Today, the FDA is set to talk about Johnson & Johnson booster shots, and Moderna boosters could be available for some people soon if the CDC signs off. 2 tigers at Denver Zoo have tested positive for COVID-19. What zookeepers say this morning. And with just 2 weeks till Halloween weekend, we're talking about scary movies and whether they could actually be good for your health to watch them. Mile High Morning starts right now.
That's what I look like when I watch those.
Me too.
I'm telling you. Hey, as part of that scary movie thing, you know, we want to know what your go-to scary movie is. You can tweet us with the hashtag Mile High Mornings or leave a comment on our Facebook post, or you can text us at 303-871-1491. We will read some of your comments as we make it through the day. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. We made it to Friday.
We did, yes. Cause for celebration. Good morning, everybody. Corey's off, so we've got Erica and Ed here with us. And yesterday was gloomy, so it's nice to see some sunshine today.
Gloomy indeed. And you know, when that front came through, 2 o'clock it was 53 degrees. By 4 o'clock it dropped to 40 degrees.
Yeah.
So that's
felt
the cool
it.
air that
It got
came
cold.
in. Had a couple of showers, a little drizzle there. It wasn't very pleasant. Let's go outside and take a look. And you can see we do have a better day today. More than clear to partly cloudy skies now and 33 degrees. And we have a few showers. They're really out along I-70 around Agate. They're seeing a little snow, and that's about it right now. As this system begins to pull out of the area, it'll be gone. So let's run it through Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock. There it is, just nothing going on at all. So as we take a look at the forecast, sunny skies today, but cool, 54 degrees. We'll fix that tomorrow when we get to 68 degrees with lots of sunshine. And then on Sunday, even better with a high of 72 and lots of sunshine to go around.
Ed, thank you so much. Let's talk about this Friday morning drive, starting out the live look at our CDOT camera in the high country I-70 near the Eisenhower Johnson Tunnel at this hour. The interstate itself looking pretty good as far as like snow on there. It's looking just a little bit slick, so maybe take it slow this morning if you need to travel that way, but not even as many problems as we had Wednesday morning in the high country, so that is good. Quick peek at the metro area where things are pretty quiet, so we like to see that kicking off your morning drive. 12 minutes or less right now for your I-25 north or southbound drive between E-470 and I-70. If you are planning on traveling on I-70 through the metro, your drive also in good shape. 8 minutes between I-25 and I-225.
Erica, thanks. Some developing news this morning. Police in Aurora looking into a shooting. It happened on I-225 near 6th Avenue. Happened just before 6:30 last night. Police think that a person in one car shot into another car. The bullet grazed a man's head. That man is in the hospital. They say he should recover okay. Police are not giving out information at this time about a suspect.
And today, an FDA advisory panel is scheduled to talk about Johnson & Johnson booster shots. The same panel recommended emergency use authorization for Moderna's booster shot yesterday, but the full FDA and the CDC still need to sign off on that. Here's NBC's Chris Pallone.
Puts them at high risk of serious complications.
The FDA advisory panel said people over 65 and others at high risk for severe disease, like those with certain health conditions or people frequently exposed to COVID at their jobs, should get a Moderna booster shot.
To avoid confusion, to remain consistent, recognizing that we need to be humble about the uncertainty that lies ahead, it was the right move. But that is the reason why that half dose was indicated, because those first 2 doses of Moderna were a higher concentration than the first 2 doses of Pfizer.
Citing breakthrough infections and waning immunity over time, Moderna argued the FDA should authorize its booster for people at least 6 months after their second dose. The FDA noted even without a booster, vaccines still afford protection against severe COVID-19 disease and death in the United States. The White House credits vaccine mandates and the Pfizer booster shot for current COVID trends.
Case rates are declining in 39 states, and hospital rates are declining in 38 states.
Today, the FDA panel will consider recommending a booster shot for people who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and will also review new NIH data showing mixing and matching vaccines from different manufacturers is safe and effective.
The mix and match studies give excellent boosts, certainly with regard to neutralizing antibodies. So let's see what FDA recommends.
This same FDA panel will consider recommending the Pfizer vaccine for use in children as young as 5 later this month. Booster shots for the Moderna vaccine are not a done deal just yet. If the FDA signs off, then a CDC panel will make a recommendation, and the CDC director will have the final call. That could happen by late next week. In Washington, Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Chris, thank you. And here in Colorado, more than 240,000 people have already received booster shots. 66% of the state has at least one dose. Hospitalizations in the state have reached the highest level yet this year. 982 people are in the hospital with COVID, and that is the highest number we've seen since December 31st of last year.
2 tigers at the Denver Zoo have COVID-19. They are the first animals there at the zoo to test positive. Caretakers say that they noticed Yuri and Nikita were coughing, sneezing, acting lethargic, but the zoo isn't sure yet how they got sick. Both tigers are 11 years old. That is about middle age for a tiger. No other animals are showing symptoms right now, they say. And zookeepers say people who visited the tiger exhibit are not at risk of getting COVID.
Use all the recommended protections from a distancing standpoint. Our staff wears all the PPE that's required, so nobody has been, at any risk, staff or otherwise.
Yeah, the tigers were not vaccinated, but they are on a wait list to get vaccinated. They plan to vaccinate those cats and other big cats and more animal doses as more animal doses become available.
Former President Bill Clinton is in the ICU with a non-COVID-19 related illness. Not much information has been released, but doctors say it's not a heart issue. Clinton had heart bypass surgery back in 2004, 2 stents inserted in 2010. And while he's in the ICU, doctors say it's primarily for safety and privacy. He could be released as soon as today.
And one thing you want to know about weather is that sunshine will be around today, but it's going to be cool, only in the 50s. We remedy that tomorrow into the 60s to near 70 degrees under those sunny skies.
One thing to know on the roads, we are dealing with a few active chain and traction laws this morning. Chain laws for Highway 24 and Highway 50 for commercial vehicles, both chain and traction laws right now for I-70, both directions between Vail and Vail Pass, also along Loveland Pass and Hoosier Pass.
So it is Fright Day, as we like to say here on Mile High Mornings. That's the first time I've said that. This morning we're talking Halloween movies.
You didn't know it was Fright Day?
I didn't know it was
Everybody
Fright Day.
knows it's Fright Day.
Okay.
So our question for you this morning is, what is your favorite Halloween movie, huh? You can leave a comment on our social media. Use the hashtag Mile High Mornings if you're on Twitter, or you can text us at 303-871-1491. We'll take a look at some of the comments coming up in just a few minutes. But first, could watching a scary movie actually be good for your health?
Megan Bragg from our partner station in Charlotte verifies.
One study claims the heart-pumping screams you get from a horror film can be good for your health. So can these ghosts, goblins, and thrills actually make you burn calories? Let's verify. Our sources, a Dr. Vasant Patel, Vice President of Carolina Cardiology Associates and Chairman in the Department of Medicine at Piedmont Medical Center, and sports medicine physician Dr. David Geyer. Claims say people can burn up to 184 calories during one sitting of a horror flick.
And so sometimes people get up, they scream, they make the emotional gestures, and I think that what leads to calorie loss.
Watching a scary movie does appear to be similar to exercise. Better heart rate, better breathing, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide.
Dr. Patel and Dr. Geyer agree that these movies can burn calories much like you would when exercising. However, how many calories you burn while watching one of these movies depends on the person.
Certain individuals who have anxiety problems or some other medical problems, these kind of movies may not provide the same type of environment for them.
What we don't know is, does this apply to everybody or just people that like horror movies? And would the effects decrease over time the more you watch?
And while these movies can have an exercise-like effect, Dr. Patel says too much of it can have an adverse effect.
There is a population of individuals who do not like scary movie, and actually after the movie, many people have difficulty sleep. It's almost like scary effects. They see certain things playing out in their lives.
So we can verify that yes, scary movies can burn calories. However, the amount of calories burned depends on who is watching and how many bags of popcorn they eat. Like Dr. Patel said, every person is different. So if you don't like scary movies, like myself, no need to torture yourself and sit through one. Taking a walk is just fine. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
There you go. You don't got to go to
I'm
the
the
gym.
one with the big thing of popcorn.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That kind of defeats the purpose.
It does. It absolutely does. All right, so what is the scariest movie? Well, researchers think they have an answer. Broadband Choices, which is a comparison tool for broadband deals, did what it calls a science scare project.
So they tracked the heart rates of 50 people of a variety of ages who watched more than 100 hours of scary movies, and this is what they found. Sinister was the scariest. It's a 2012 horror film that follows a true crime writer who investigates a string of murders. The data showed a 32% increase in heart rate with viewers. Insidious came in second with the biggest jump scare, and in third, The Conjuring. Both of those really scare me. Okay, so back to our question this morning. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Let us know with the hashtag Mile High Mornings. Dawn says Teen Witch. JR says Saw. And someone named Tribal Instincts says Dreamcatcher. Interesting. I think for me, my favorite Halloween movie is Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
It's not really scary.
Yeah, it's not very scary, but...
Yeah, and I would say just Conjuring and Insidious and all of the offshoots of that are really scary.
I don't watch many scary movies, but the old school ones like Psycho.
Yeah.
I mean, Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, that was pretty scary. Nightmare on Elm Street, remember Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, how can you forget?
That was kind of scary. So
yeah. Well,
other than that, I haven't seen too many. So.
Well, I mean, keep letting us know out there. Hashtag Mile High Mornings. You can text us, and we'll be sharing it throughout the morning.